day, I drew out the Empress reversed. It was like the universe was giving me permission to take a break. Hi everyone, I'm Emily, a sophomore who's suffering more from workload than last year. Under academic pressure, I turned to several lucky objects for comfort. Here's my collection. A beautiful stone I bought in a souvenir shop. A water bell that is said to bring me good luck whenever I shake it. A Buddhist beads bracelet with a reassuring smile when I'm fiddling. And a tiny poetry book, which I believe could make me more literary by putting it on my bookshelf. And there's a tangerine from the dining hall, if you could tell the size. And here's my favorite. Gaming merchandise with my favorite character on it. I swear, just admiring the beauty of this handsome guy makes my day. And here's my health supplement. Fish oil capsules, said to contain DHA and are good for human body. I'm not an expert and I don't know if they're truly saving my fallen hair from my potential baldness, but every time I take it, I feel I have become healthier and my headaches are gone. While these objects bring me comfort, I've also found metaphysical tools, defined as tools often relating to the transcendent or to a reality beyond what is perceptible to the senses. They help me manage my emotions and workload in surprising ways. A prominent example is tarot cards, which is just any set of 78 cards for fortune telling. Here is my current tarot deck, which probably looks familiar to some of you who have attended the tarot workshop last year in Berkshire. I draw a card every day and look up the possible hidden messages. And let's see what we have today. Okay, Four of Wands, upright, which, if I remember correctly, symbolizes celebration of achievements. I think it fits our topic today really well. Anyway, get back on track. There was a day that I just couldn't force myself to continue my history research. After spending 30 minutes staring at my computer, only managing to write one single sentence, I gave up on finishing it beforehand. Normally, I'd feel super upset with falling behind my schedule, but that day, I gave up without bearing a heavy sense of guilt, because I drew out the Empress reversed, indicating a neglect of self-care and the possibility of lacking creativity. It was like the universe was giving me permission to take a break. Other than that, I also watched an online collective tarot reading video. I feel like tarot for me is not only about reflection and comfort, but also about predicting the future in some ways. There's a sentence I remembered until now. You don't need to rush through everything. Your time is coming. I always have so many dreams and want to try so many things. Writing fiction, reading books, creating art pieces, learning a new language, traveling around the world, building websites and apps, learning a new sport, learning a few instruments, and I feel so limited by time. Sometimes wondering, why haven't human beings evolved to eliminate sleep by now when there's so many things one wants to do? Of course, such a simple sentence doesn't appear convincing to me at all. But I believe anyway, I need a reason to slow down, to better adjust. And as you can probably deduce, I tend to overthink. If I have 3 assignments due tomorrow, I'll spend more time planning than actually doing the work. Half an hour will pass and I've accomplished nothing except feeling more anxious. I hate this planning anxiety so much. I wish it could stop wasting my precious time. So here comes astrology. The definition of the supposed influences of the stars and planets on human affairs and terrestrial events by their positions and aspects. Astrology isn't magic, obviously, so it couldn't stop my actions. It instead gives me a reason to plan. Some raw background knowledge. Based on a person's birth date and time, the astrolabe predicts some characteristics of that person. If the stars are mainly located on the left side of this middle line, then that person is predicted to focus more on their imagined world. If the stars are located mainly on the right side, then that person is predicted to focus more on their real world. As you can see, stars on my astrolabe are distributed across all 6 houses on the left side, with a few stars on the right side neighboring. Whether or not the stars affect my decisions, I found a reason for my philosophical brain and no longer blame it for overthinking. Another useful metaphysical tool is 小六人, part of Chinese metaphysics, a divination method that predicts fortune in daily life by arranging numbers and symbols to match their 6 houses on a hand. I had watched this quick tutorial on 小六人and tried to calculate the location of my dear missing eyebrow pencil. I spent days looking for this pencil. Have you ever searched so hard for something in your house because you believe it was just somewhere in your room but couldn't find it? That's what happened to me. I not only spent days looking for the eyebrow pencil and was severely troubled by that. It was not until I calculated the location of it using 小六人 and getting a result of never, ever being able to find it that I stopped obsessing over the pencil. It's a trivial thing, but letting go of the search felt like lifting a mountain of mental weight. Emotion is a lifelong task to be conquered. I gradually learned to work with my emotions. In fact, they even helped me to stay more focused on my work, even though my hands were shaking and my brain felt like it's about to explode. Anxiety now feels more like an opportunity to embrace my emotions and grow more independent. The tools are there for comfort, as always, and I do encourage you to utilize them. But in the end, the final destination is about understanding and accepting yourself. And sometimes, unavoidably, your emotions will overwhelm you. That's a fact. When the time comes, forget about all the tips I just mentioned earlier. If you want to cry, then cry. Cry for a day, cry for a night, it's okay. Tomorrow will always come as a brand new day. A day where you're still alive and stronger than before. I think even if I become a 60-year-old lady, I'll still feel pretty anxious. Anxiety means that you care and you want to be better. It is because each of you who feels anxious are ambitious and full of goals that you should take more attention to yourself. So please take good care of yourself and remember to celebrate your achievements. Thank you.